as President Trump left early to fly back to Washington. On Air Force One, Trump told reporters he's not looking for a ceasefire between Israel and Iran, but what he called a real end. And later, he posted, "We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran." He threatened Iran's Ayatollah, saying, "We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He is an easy target." President Trump then escalated his rhetoric, calling for Iran's unconditional surrender. Well, just last week, talks between the U.S. and Iran on Iran's nuclear program were still underway. Now, everything has changed. There is no more talking, only threatening rhetoric, which suggests the U.S. may be preparing to come to Israel's defense or even join Israel in direct attacks on Iran. Jackson Proskow is following this for us from Washington. Jackson.
Well, Dawna, Trump spent much of the afternoon hunkered down with advisors in the White House Situation Room after that early exit from the G7. While we haven't heard from him directly, there is plenty to suggest that Trump may have already reached a decision. His online post ranged from demanding the unconditional surrender of Iran to claiming to know where Iran's supreme leader is. But there's a lot of focus on Trump's post saying, quote, "We have complete and total control of the skies over Iran," because that raises the question of whether that means the U.S. is already directly involved somehow. Listen to how Trump explained what he's after on the flight back to Washington early this morning.
Right now, we're doing pretty well. Remember, Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. We don't have to go too deep into it. They just can't have a nuclear weapon.
What specifically is better than a ceasefire? What are you looking for here?
And then a real end, not a ceasefire. And then
so something that would be permanent.
Yeah, or giving up entirely.
So, Jackson, what steps is the U.S. already taking to prepare for the possibility of a wider conflict?
Well, we know from the Pentagon that the U.S. is moving additional fighter jets to the region tonight, though for now they insist they are for defensive purposes. But we should point out that these include F-35s, the most advanced fighter the U.S. has. The U.S. State Department has also established a task force to help Americans leave Israel and the broader Middle East. One big sign to watch for as to how this is all progressing is whether or not the U.S. deploys its B-2 stealth bombers to the region. Those are the only aircraft capable of delivering the gigantic bunker-buster bombs that could strike at the heart of Iran's nuclear program, which is buried deep underground. Dawna?
Okay, Jackson in Washington, thank you.